In this series of videos, we will be working our way through the 6 major categories of rocks. The first base camp we encounter in our journey through the rock cycle is Intrusive Igneous Rocks. It may be the first stop, but it is important. Don't take it for granted. We start this journey as super hot, semi-liquid minerals all partying together in the hottest club in town, the magma chamber. When a magma chamber first forms, it is really hot, and it melts its way through the crust and kind of pools under the surface. Minerals in there are semi-liquid and can flow around each other, but after a time, things start to cool down. This magma came from a depth in the earth, and it is now in the crust, which is a much cooler place to be. So the minerals start chilling out, especially the parts of the magma that are touching the crust around the chamber. They're the coolest places. And what happens is, just like every mineral has different optical and strength properties, every mineral has its own melting temperature. The higher the melting temperature, the sooner that mineral will cool and crystallize in the magma mush. As minerals are crystallizing, they become rigid and solid, and they're stickier and denser, so they fall out of the magma and stick to the sides of the chamber. All this cooling takes a long time, so the minerals get large enough for us to see with our naked eye. And that crust forming inside the magma chamber is getting stripes. The ring closest to the outside of the magma chamber has all the minerals that crystallize first. Let's call them mafic. The middle ring has minerals that crystallize next. Let's call them intermediate. And the inside has minerals that crystallize last. Let's call those felsic. So these 3 rings have 3 different chemical makeups and 3 different mineral components, and so we call them different rocks. Here we go. This should help explain things. Here are the 3 main kinds of rock that form in magma chambers. And then there is also peridotite, which is a big component of the lower crust. But don't worry about peridotite for now. See those words that we were just using? Felsic, intermediate, mafic? Well, there they are. This mafic, or the mafic rock, forms first in the magma chamber, and we call that gabbro. Mafic rocks have those minerals that crystallize first: pyroxene and plagioclase, olivine and amphibole. These minerals are darker in color, and so are the igneous rocks that they form. The next to form is a rock called diorite. We have lots of diorite in the Cascades, so you may have seen this stuff just laying around. It's formed from intermediate minerals with an intermediate makeup. These are amphibole and plagioclase that is still in the mush, mixed with pyroxene and biotite. These minerals are mostly dark in color, but now the plagioclase is a lighter colored species. So this is a beautiful Dalmatian rock, which has little white flecks in it. Lastly, the minerals that give a rock a felsic chemistry crystallize into granite, which I know you have seen before. It is common and very pretty. It is made of quartz, orthoclase, which, if you remember, is that salmony pink color, any leftover plagioclase, amphibole, and biotite, well, with some muscovite thrown in for good measure. And those are the igneous rocks.